Hey everybody, good evening. Thanks everyone for joining. We're going to get started in a couple minutes. And it's almost 6:30 p.m. Eastern. The market gold just opened up about 30 minutes ago. And we'll do some analysis and we'll see how the markets are moving tonight. Hope everyone's having a great day, and we're going to get started in just a couple minutes.
Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stocks Numbers Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron and my partner is Dave, and it is almost 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and it is Wednesday, April 8th. So thanks everyone for joining us on our late night Tokyo session over here, where we're going to just go over today's news, and we're going to do a top-down analysis on gold, starting from the daily, moving our way down into the hourly, and then finally we'll get down to the 5 minutes. So we had a big day yesterday, guys. That was the big announcement with Donald Trump regarding Iran. And so now it's post-trading after that. Okay, guys? So the markets were, when I say markets, I mean S&P, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, majority were green today, was bullish. Like I said, the volatility index VIX was negative today, was in the red. That when we have a negative volatility, it seems that we have bullish markets. When volatility starts to move up, like what we had in the past couple weeks, that's when we can start to see bearish markets. Okay. Tonight's security that we'll be analyzing is gold. Most of you guys do trade gold. Just be careful, please, guys. Mind your spreads if you are trading gold, okay? Because some traders have more favorable spreads than others. Just make sure you have low spreads if you're considering scalping or intraday trading the lower time frames, like 1 minute to 15 minute. Lower spreads, the better, because sometimes if you have large spreads, when you're looking for smaller moves, your spreads will put you in negative and make it that much harder for you. Okay, so guys, welcome, and if everyone can like and subscribe on YouTube, we do appreciate it. We have 100 viewers, and it goes a long way to help out with YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Okay. And first thing is, guys, we're going to go over the news. Okay. If you were trading earlier today, there was some European news. We moved into New York. New York, every single Wednesday, has crude oil inventories. These are the weekly inventories that are released every single Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. You can see the big difference from the previous week and what happened week over week with crude oil. Okay, if you were trading oil, it was trading about $115 a barrel last night, prior to Donald Trump making that big announcement on a ceasefire, and then we saw oil drop 15% back down to like the 90s, where it's probably going to consolidate down here for maybe a week, and then we'll see, is the ceasefire going to be in place, or is tension in the Middle East going to increase and target oil infrastructure facilities and things like that, and then we could see the barrel of oil going right back up to $100 plus. If things start to ceasefire and start to taper off, then we could see oil start to drop down in pricing, but it is going to be volatile. So be careful trading crude oil. We had our 10-year bond auction today, just after 1 p.m. The numbers are here. There was some FOMC speaker this afternoon, and the meeting minutes. The FOMC meeting minutes were released today at 2 p.m. Again, some traders get this confused. They think this is the federal funds rate where Powell speaks and they have a number. This is not what it is. This is a summary of the previous FOMC when we traded live, when they paused. And now this is the summary that comes out, okay? News tomorrow, guys, if you are trading, make sure we have our high impact news at 8:30. This is the COMEX market, North American markets. You have your high impact core PCE price index and your final GDP coming out. We have our weekly unemployment claims in the US. So expect this time from anywhere from 8 to 10 a.m. There's going to be some volatility tomorrow, okay? Careful trading the New York session tomorrow. And as I'm speaking, there is some news over here. Saudi Arabia's important east-west oil pipeline has been struck by an attack. So this came out 9 hours ago after ceasefires, but you can still see that there is still attacks going on, and breaking news. Keep an eye on it, okay, guys? We have financial juice in case we get some breaking news tonight. We'll be the first to see what happens here, okay? And guys, just some day-to-day news. Over here, global bonds jump as ceasefire sows doubts over steep rate hikes. So if you've watched the yield market, that can kind of dictate how interest rates are going and possibly the direction of FOMC in the near future. Exxon Mobil sees 6% of its worldwide output shut on Mid-East conflict. So that's a big majority, okay? 6% of their worldwide output is shut down regarding what's going on in the Mideast. Okay, so it does affect us here in North America. Just because it's in the Middle East doesn't mean that doesn't affect us. That's a global output. 25% of the global oil and energy comes out of that Strait of Hormuz. And it's not just oil and energy. A lot of agriculture, fertilizer, 30% of the world's fertilizer comes out of there. It's spring now, so farmers need fertilizer. That is backed up in there. There's also natural gas that comes out of there as well. So it affects the entire world, guys. We're seeing it at anywhere you are around. What else we got going on? Just looking at it. Ceasefire is threatened as Israel expands Lebanon strikes and Iran closes the strait again. Okay, guys. So this was like breaking news about just a little while ago. So the ceasefire is threatened as Israel expands Lebanon now. Maybe they're not attacking Iran per se, but they're targeting Lebanon now. And now Iran closes the strait again. So you guys can see how volatile this can be. Okay, just like something like that, and then boom, we have volatility again, and markets are very choppy or just going up and down. And so just regarding all of this news, use proper risk management when you're trading, okay? Can Bitcoin price hit 80K by the end of the year? Absolutely. We were talking yesterday on yesterday's call. It could hit 80K this month. You know, it could, if it keeps moving. We have a big resistance level at 75,000. Again, treat it just like a 5-minute bar. Are you seeing daily volume closing above 75,000? Is it using it as support to get up to 80,000? Just use your psychological numbers. 75,000 is a big psychological number. So that's where it's been consolidating under, and we'll see if we can get some volume above for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's our day-to-day news. In Discord, guys, sent out a few signals. There was one earlier this morning and this afternoon on a sell on NASDAQ. Okay, so we were looking for sells when the price was above here. You can see it's coming down from a downtrend. It scooped down and it came back up. And we're looking for sells below 24,050. And you can see we got some closing bars. Cut it in half, stretch it across. You got some spin tops, thin volume, and then you had another black bar closing below, and you could look for entry anywhere in this bearish flag underneath this level. So that was a good move on NASDAQ earlier today. That one was running over 100 pips And then there was a buy along on US 30 later. Okay, so you can see levels. Here was resistance, turned to support. See how it was support over here. Then it closed below, came down, picked up big wick. Guys, did anybody watch my wick analysis tutorial I uploaded last night? Please watch it, because I explain large wicks, rejections, momentums kept building up. There it is, structural bar closing above everything, and you have what you're looking for. Closing at the price, pullback, short wick. There's your pop. If you're not in on that candle, look, it came right back down. That was a black candle, black candle. Look, it gave you multiple retests right there. You could be in a buy and moving up. Nice big ignited bars continue to move up. That's just a small move on US 30 for approximately 100 pips. You know, that could be someone's daily goal. Commodities, couple signals, just like right over here. Again, we're letting the market come down to a natural level. 4,740 came down, moved up. You can see the retracement back down in there, holding. You can treat that as like a double bottom, and then buys and continuing to move up. Okay, just with a few signals alone, you can hit your daily goal. The buy off 47.40 hit 200 pips. Off of 45, there was a double re-entry, hit 150 pips. Okay, guys, if you need help with some signals or trade ideas or charting or anything, I know everyone has busy lives, but here at SST, we do provide this. If you like signals or trade ideas, some traders like that. Some traders prefer to learn how to trade, live trade and things like that. But we do a little bit of everything here, okay? So we want to make you the well-rounded trader that you can be. Everyone on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Almost 200 viewers. Again, like and subscribe. We get more and more out there and more visitors. More traders can join us. There's a free Telegram pinned at the top of YouTube. If you haven't joined this, join this, because this is where we release all of our live YouTube sessions, all of our free tutorials. Now we're doing 15 minutes. I should change it 15 to 20 minutes. I'm in around there. But anyways, they're nice short tutorials, straight to the point. We're starting with the basics, but they will start to get more advanced, and you're going to learn. Believe me, it's like a piece of the puzzle. But they're all on here. There's some day-to-day news that we remind you guys of, everything that's going on. There's the stock and options boot camps coming up, guys. If you want that, it's $250. You get a 3-month premium plan and the stock and options and a one-on-one with myself. It's got over $1,200 of value. You get it for $250. Okay. If you're interested, use the promo code SST Stock Options. There's a couple spots left. We had a lot last night, so and I don't have too many one-on-one slots available. Okay, but all of everything is on your free Telegram channel. Updates of the before and after of the trade ideas and things like that. And here's our website, guys, stocksnipertrading.com. Education-wise, tons of education. I myself am uploading mindset psychology videos every Friday. You can see we started Intro to Trading Psychology. A lot of traders need this, okay? We'll help you with the technicals and other things and price action, but a lot of traders need this. Doesn't matter what level you're at. Understanding the role of emotions in trading, developing emotional intelligence in trading, the growth mindset in trading, setting realistic expectations in trading, creating and sticking to a trading plan, discipline and consistency and execution. And then this Friday's webinar is going to be on risk management and position sizing. So we'll talk a little bit about that, okay? And finally, guys, blogs, lots of free blogs are all available for you guys here. Let's get into this, guys. So thank you guys so much. We're almost at 96,000 subscribers. Almost on our way to 100,000. So we couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you guys. I hope everyone, when you hit that subscribe button, you're getting some sort of value out of this channel. I hope we're inspiring you to be better traders. I hope we're helping you guys be a better trader, whatever it is. I hope that us in a live environment, teaching you guys this, how to do this day in and day out, it's helping you guys. That's why we continue to do this. So thank you guys. Everyone on Zoom, welcome, guys. Thanks, everyone. Sergio, my man, welcome. Montreal won last night. Ugly game, but they got it. Tomorrow's big game, they play Tampa Bay. Montreal, Buffalo, and Tampa are all tied with 102 points with 4 games remaining in the regular season. Go Habs, go. We are Montreal fans here at SST. We hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's like a war. It's like a rivalry between Montreal and Toronto. So I'm a proud Montreal Canadian fan. To all my Habs fans out there, shout outs to you guys. To all the Leafs fans, you guys suck. You guys in the basement. You guys didn't even make the playoffs. Embarrassing. You guys are horrible. That's just some Canadian rivalry we have over here. Welcome, guys. Some of Americans or Europeans have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking hockey. Hockey. It's a Canadian sport. Lucy, welcome. Sherry, welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's get yapping, Tyler. Let's get yapping, okay? We got to get yakking and yapping over here. Welcome, guys. Jove, welcome. Shopraish, brother, welcome. Let's get into this. And everyone on YouTube, shout outs to all of you guys from the top. Mule, welcome. Good morning to you. Tony Gold, welcome, Habibi. Thank you for joining. Preet, thank you for joining. Easy on the spamming, sir. Easy, easy, easy. We don't need to spam. Paige, welcome. Hey, Ron, you're helping me so much. I appreciate your stream so much and your tutorial videos. Just want to say thank you. Thank you, guys. Please watch those tutorials. They will help you. And we're going to continue to get more and more and more. And believe me, it's going to make sense. I promise you that. If you watch each individual one, there's a playlist and they're all in there. And I promise you they won't be more than 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm not going to take too much of your time on these, okay? We'll release them. We'll try like every 3 days. As long as we find some time in the day to do this, we can do it, okay? But you guys got to continue to view them and watch them and like them and comment them. Then it inspires me to continue to do them. So thank you, guys. Shout outs to all of you guys. Let's get into it, okay? I know you guys are here to hear Run Yap, but you guys are more here for the charts. So this is gold. I present you gold, XAUUSD on the 5 minutes, okay? This is 6 p.m. right here, 1800 is when the daily candle opened up. You see it was bullish, and then it brought it right back down, and now we're getting some big wicks, some choppy. If you're trading this, be careful, okay? It's still early, but what we're going to do is we're going to make sense of the entire, I'm going to go on the daily. We're going to talk about all-time highs, points of interest. We'll talk about a recap of how it traded yesterday, how it was trading this morning on the hourly, and then we're going to bring it into right now. You're going to see this exact picture, this snapshot of what we see, but we're going to have some lines. We're going to have yellow lines, we're going to have purple lines, we're going to have zones, and then it's going to make a little bit more sense. And if you guys were on our call yesterday, did you guys utilize those targets, 4,800? Did anyone use 4,800 a couple hours after? The gold sold off after our call, and it came right into that 4,800. Did anyone get an alert? I'm not saying did you take a buy or sell there. Did anyone get alerted at 4,800 and look for a setup? I did. I got a buy off of it. I'm not going to say how many pips I got, but it was a good setup. And you can utilize these levels as static levels. That's going to be one tutorial we're going to do. What are static levels? So when you place a line, the line is always there, right? It's only the volume determines whether the volume closes above or below. It can be temporary support or resistance. That's it, guys. And you utilize, then do you see some liquidity grabs there? Do you see some patterns? You put the pieces of the puzzle together at these areas. And I promise you, it will make your trading that much easier and more understandable, okay? But you have to use proper risk management too, okay? I'm not just saying go gamble at these levels. You have to use proper risk management, and you also have to be patient and disciplined, okay? Listen to me, please. Now, let's start off on the daily. And if you guys are already in trades or trading, I'm going to do a top-down analysis, okay? So for those traders, I know because everyone says when I'm doing this, Ron, do we sell, do we buy? I know that there's going to be those traders, okay? But I'm more concerned about the people that want to learn how to do a top-down analysis. I'm more concerned about the people that want to learn how to trade. I'm speaking to you guys. Everyone is going to spam in the chat and say, Ron, are we buying, are we selling, buying and selling? I tune that out myself too. So I need you guys to tune that out too. If you guys really want to learn how to do this, just follow, okay? Just close your app right now to take a buy and sell. Just watch what I'm doing and learn. I want you to learn how to do this. Believe me, I know that it can potentially change your life when you learn this. Okay, first thing is, let's identify some obvious levels on the daily, okay? These are not 5-minute candles, but if I told you, if I tricked you and said these are 5-minute candles, you wouldn't know the difference, right? This could be a big 5-minute bearish candle. It opened here, it came high, it went low, and it closed right there. This could have been a bullish candle that came up and got rejected in 5 minutes, right? This could be 5-minute candles right now, but they're not. They're daily candles. So these things took 24 hours to produce, right? And you can see they all have, from our tutorial 1, they all have the same characteristics, OHLC. And then tutorial number 2, some have big bodies, some have thin bodies. Tutorial number 3, wick analysis. Some have large wicks, some have short wicks, right? So you can see, I know my tutorials, guys. But this is why you want to learn how to trade and follow those tutorials, okay? We could charge you a lot of money for those tutorials. I know a lot of trading programs that even if they knew the knowledge we know, they would be charging a lot of money. We are giving it all to you guys for free because we love you guys. We want you guys to learn, okay? Look, all-time high. I'm marking this wick as a point of interest. It's orange. Someone asked me, Ron, why orange? I will tell you the secret. It's orange because Donald Trump's face, okay? We're putting makeup on a pig right now. So there's Donald Trump's face, his all-time high right there. So we bring it down to the zone, right? And I make it red. I could make it orange too. You know, I've never done that before. Maybe we make it orange one day, but I want to keep it consistent. I make it red. Red illustrates a seller. Red illustrates supply. Red illustrates resistance, you know, and then you bring it into the future and you can see when it came right into there, the sellers were there and they rejected it back down. Have we came back into this red box? No. Gold is diverging away from it. Another word for diverging is moving away, real simple. Converging, you know, you guys use the MACD indicator. MACD is moving average, convergence, divergence. Converging is it's coming closer. Diverging is we're moving away from it. So you can see this is a lower high, this is a lower high, that's a lower high. Yesterday was trading, that was a big rejection, lower high, okay? Now we're moving away from it, okay? And then what I like to do is when I figure out a zone or a point of interest, I like to follow it and then find the bottom. And then that was the bottom. It came all the way down and stopped right there. Now I use a yellow line, yellow for daily points of interest. And look at the psychological number too. When you place the line, look at it. It's right around 4,400, 4,405. Look at the all-time high. Psychologically, it's just under 5,600. So when you're identifying points of interest and you're looking at the psychology of the number, you're putting 2 and 2 together. It's adding up, check mark, check mark. So you're identifying an appropriate level. That's what I call a point of interest. And that's more of a high probable trading area than just trading in no man's land, right? So this is what you want to do. You want to learn how to identify these levels, okay? And then look at the bounce. We came back up and then you see where the body closed and the next body opened, bullish ignited. Look at when it eventually came back down and retested. All in that same line right there. You can draw a line and you see closed, open. It came and retraced right there and bounced off. That's what I mean a static line into the future. And you see the volume above, it's holding support. Look at the number, 4650, okay? So guys, you're getting this, right? Please tell me you're getting this. Now I can just continue to go faster. There's another point of interest of resistance. Now you see when the body closes below, it's still resistance. Let's get more involved into what's going on now, breaking these candles down, okay? So now I can see on the daily, like I know each bar here is 1 day. There's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. 7 days in here, look, almost 7 days. Look at the consolidation on the daily. If this was a 5 minutes, I would be saying to you guys, look, we're blue, black, black, blue, black. We're in here. The market is still, this is the neckline. It's coiling up, right? We came down, we found the bottom. Now this is our neckline. This is the resistance. We're going sideways. Now we're going to see, can it break up? It tried, look, yesterday, went bullish, 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 and it got rejected back inside here. Okay, we're still inside here. It could technically go back up, but it's got a big wick to fill, right? It's got to fill those little ones too. And then we got to see blue volume closing above, because if it closes above, we could retest this, then we're driving up to there, right? Also, while we're in here, sellers are selling, pushing it down. Sellers, it could come back and close below here, retest this, and then we're dropping back down to here, right? So those are the potential paths that we have coming this week or next week. Or it could just continue accumulating around this zone. Continue to stretch that zone into the future. That's it. Thank you guys for joining the call. Watch those zones. No, I'm just joking. But that's what is going on right now. So if you guys are saying gold is being choppy, yeah, I can see on the daily. It's going up, it's coming down. It's going up, it's coming down. It's going up, it's coming down. Same thing like 5 minutes. It's frustrating, right? But this is where even daily traders have to be patient inside here. Okay, so let's just kind of go with what obvious levels, what we can see from. This is today's bar, yesterday's bar. Remember, yesterday was big news. It all started at when the 6 p.m. opened, and then Donald Trump saying ceasefire, that affected everything. Okay, so we moved up. Look at the high of yesterday. Let's mark it. It's a weekly high. Let's put a yellow line. It's a point of interest. Let's look at the number, 4858, 4860. It's not 4850, but still, it's okay. Remember this little zone I had last night? Did anyone remember this? Okay, this is where I want to know if people are paying attention. Okay, because I know a lot. I'm going to say maybe 75% of you guys are really paying attention, and 25% of you guys don't pay attention, right? Do you guys remember yesterday? Watch the video. Did Ron make a red box there? Tell me yes or no. And then we can rewatch the video for proof. That's why I love live analysis or live trading, because it's live. I can't lie about it, right? I went from that body to body. The point of interest, right? Where did I get the point of interest? I got it from this wick, right? I got it from, remember I was talking March 19? We were trading yesterday. It was April 8th, right? But I came all the way back to this. Why? Because it came back and this yellow line, like you can see right here, where it was these bodies right there, body, body. So we had that there from previous, okay? And then I found that little zone, the body to body, stretch it into the future, right? And now, does it make sense that we pumped all the way right into there and sellers were just sitting there licking their chops, waiting, offering to all those big buyers, just waiting for the buyers to come right in there. They offered, and look at what they did. They rejected it right back down, right? So this zone, now that we establish it, continue to ride it into the future. What if we revisit it tonight? What if we come into it tomorrow? What if we come into it Monday? What if we come into it next week? Okay, so that's why we have to establish that zone. It's still in the market, and it proved to us the sellers are there. Okay, now when I do something on the top, I got to do something on the bottom. Okay, so what's the most kind of extreme move coming out of this zone? This candle, where it pushed out of this consolidated box, it pushed bearish, right there. Thursday, April 2nd. There it is. Let's identify it. Look at the number, 4551, 4550. Psychological number. Okay. Now, can I do a green zone below there? Look at this now. See the yellow line? Watch, guys. This is where now I'm proving to you what I do. Okay. I just showed you the red box. I won't say, oh, Ron, that was luck up there. Okay. So if it's luck, now watch me get lucky down here. See where I'm looking at this wick? The most extreme low coming out of this consolidated box. Look at the bodies right here. I got a body right there, 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 and a body right there. Guess what I'm going to do with all those bodies? I'm going to make now a box. It's not going to be red. It's going to be, watch, I'm going to perform a magic trick. I'm going to make it green. Holy shit, this guy's doing magic. Look at this, okay? Now, look at how the daily volume is trading of gold. Does this look like a different picture? Okay. Now, bigger moves. Look, we came down. Consider all of this one bottom. We're in here. We're consolidating. Consider this to be the bigger neckline. Okay. It tried yesterday with Donald Trump. It tried. And then the offers were there. So if we come back down, are we holding this higher low green box? If it holds, then we have potential to come back up and maybe break this and create a new higher high. If this doesn't hold, then the sellers could break and we continue gold as being bearish, okay? And wherever it closes, if it comes back up, that's a red and it could break down. But right now we're inside a hidden block right now. In between this red one and green one, we're inside here, okay? So if we're continuing to look at what's going on, now let's follow Tuesday leading into yesterday. It was bearish, came down, higher low, higher low, higher low. Supporting evidence is showing my wick analysis web tutorial is showing that the strength is increasing from the bottom. Then look at the candles come up and flip blue. Are they filling those wicks? Yes, it did it on Tuesday and it closed short wick. We opened, remember 6 p.m. open, and it was slight tiny drawdown, and then it was bullish because then Donald Trump said right away, ceasefire, and gold was going all up. We had that buy yesterday. Remember, we bought the pullback. We waited for it. And look at it. Did it fill all of these wicks? Yes. So it did technically make a new higher high. And then once it came into that zone, the sellers were there and they pushed it all the way right back down where we just closed. So let's follow now the closing of a bar, transitioning into the opening of a bar, because that's going to be a point of interest right there. Okay. Yellow line. That's where we closed. Look at the number. 47.20 and 75 cents. I would have liked 47.25. I would go with my psychological numbers 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay, so it closed there. We opened. When we opened right now at 6 p.m., remember it was a 5-minute bullish blue candle. This is what it's representing. That 5-minute candle at 6 p.m. was blue, 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 and it came right up to there, and that's our high so far. Okay, so it's been almost 1 hour in. That's our high. So I put a purple line because I want to see tonight if it's going to continue to come up and break the high, then maybe continue filling the wick. But you see, we have a huge wick to fill yesterday. But there's also these wicks back here, and there's 2 of them sitting like in the same area. So just put a point of interest line at either one of these. Okay, watch how I'm going to do it because I get this question a lot. See how I placed it at this wick, or I could go to that wick, right? Look at the numbers. Okay, look at the numbers. If you can't decide, look at the numbers. Okay, this candle that came up, 4,850 cents on the dot. I can't get any more psychological than that. I'm sorry. That's right at 4,850 cents. How much more psychological do you want it to get? That's a proper area to put it. If you want to put it at that one, look at the price, 4,793. Not a psychological number. If you can't decide from that one or that one, go right in the middle of between both wicks. How about that, right? And whatever, either way, you're right. You got the natural area. I'm going to go with the nice 4,800 number, okay? And remember I was saying like trading off of 4,800 last night? You could look for buys or sells off of it on the 5 minutes. There was a lot of opportunities, okay? So now today we opened, it was initially bullish, lower high. They rejected it back down to the opening balance, and then the sellers flipped it down and we came down. That's our lowest point. So we have some range volume to open the day. Is gold going to just trade in here between these purple lines all day today? Probably not. It's going to continue to build in here, but buyers brought it right back up. It's higher than that wick, so it's got a higher low, and we're right back to the opening balance. So we could fluctuate in here. But when we're looking for an overall daily move, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say because we're in this consolidated flag right now, right? It could technically move back up or it could move back down. But I have this yellow line in case it builds a higher low there. I have this zone in case it holds there, a higher low zone. I have this for like a double bottom. And then if it starts breaking bearish, then we put a point of interest line right there. We continue to fill that wick. You can look backwards. I can find some levels over here. Absolutely. There's a bigger zone right here underneath. Like right there. You know, if you want bigger zones coming from a weekly or monthly approach, those are your zones. Okay. So I'm going to break now this daily candle and a little bit of yesterday when I go to the hourly. 1H candles. These are familiar. Okay. They're candlesticks, big ones, big bullish ones, full of volume, skinny ones, thin volume. Some have short wicks, some have long wicks, some are patterns, everything we're learning, okay? Remember yesterday, 6 p.m., Donald Trump, that pump, ceasefire, we came all the way in there, then it came back down, it held, came back up, rejected, lower highs in the big red zone, and then you see, that's the M top closing below, then it was bearish for a little bit, and came back up. See how it's using the yellow line on the hourly as to help 4,800, you see? Volume below, volume below, volume below, continued selling pressure. If you were looking for buys on the hourly above 4,800, it was impulse, 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 impulse. No blue volume closed above, right? Then they pushed it down. When? This morning, 9 a.m., going into 10 a.m., look how it came back up. Where? Right into 50%. That's a big structural hourly candle if you cut that thing in half, I'm sure you cut it in half right there. Those two blue candles came right into half and then continue pushing down. Now look at the hourly candles. They're trending down, like they're slowly moving lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You can see they're holding it down and we're just stuck inside here. Okay, so we've retraced all of the Donald Trump's candle. So you can say it was kind of a pump and it slowly dumped all the way right back down, right? So now we got to see, is it going to build support here on the hourly? Like look at my arrow coming all the way up. Consider this double top, all one top. Consider all of this wave coming down as one leg coming down. Now we're back in here, right? Where it all started, right there yesterday. So can it continue to hold in here? Are we going to move bullish and come all the way back up here? But we got to get some blue volume to close above this purple line because there's a wick. I don't see any blue volume closing above there. If we get blue volume closing above, it might come back down, use this as support to continue to take you back up to these bodies, right? This is where now I'm drawing white lines. So if I'm scalping on 1 minute, 5 minutes, I know I would love that daily target all the way up to that yellow line. That's a big pips, but I still have to understand that there's structure set right here. That's where I make a white line. It tells me that there's hourly resistance sitting at 4760.67, right? And you see the wicks, see a wick. This is where you can draw a tiny little red box. It's basically the point of control right there, guys. This is how you can freestyle this shit, okay? If you don't want to do the Fibonacci style, that's the cleanest and easiest way. Look at how the candles will do it for you. If you just follow the volume, right? You want me, let's verify. This is how you learn, you verify. Let's see what I just did there. I just guessed cutting it in half. And then see the top of the wicks and those bodies. I use that body and that body. They're the equal standard deviation from the white line going up and down, same. Now, let me use my Fibonacci to show you the real way of doing it. This is freestyle. This is how I normally do it on the 1 minute if I don't have time to bring my Fibonacci. There's the opening of that bearish hourly candle. Drag it all the way down to the close. See where the 0.5 is? It's down there, okay? If I would get the actual Fibonacci zone, it's right here. That's the actual. I was just going with what was the price action showing me with the wick and the wick. I captured the wicks. That is the actual point of control. So you can see how it came in at 11 and noon and then pushed right back down. Okay, so that's still active. That hourly point of control is still active, right? It's a block in the market above us. So that's why I stretch it into the future. Because if I go into a buy, and let's say on the hourly, and I'm going up, it's hourly, big blue candle, pulls back, it goes back up. When it comes in there, that's where it could transact in there again, and then come right back down. That's the inverted block. If I see the blue volume cut through like it did those candles, and cut through and close above, now we have a different conversation. There's more context now. Now I got blue volume closing above. Then that zone turns green. And then when it comes in here, maybe it will hold. We got pending order. Then we're driving back up to there, right? But we have to at least respect this zone because it was already built during the most critical times in the markets. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., right after Wall Street and news, okay? But we're still pushing down. Now, what if we continue to break the low of the day and we start dropping? Where's it going to go down to? Look, see this big bullish blue structural candle close above? That's a great candle to cut in half, right? Let's do it. Why not? Let's try it. Opening. Do you guys understand why this is a structural candle? Number one, do you guys understand why I'm finding the point of control of this body at Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern? If you don't know, say, I don't know, Ron. Explain it. Okay, but most of you guys know why I'm doing this. It's the same exact reason how I did this black one. Now I'm doing it to the blue one. Okay, I'm going to pretend someone says I don't know, but I'll help you. Okay, look at the bar. Okay, look at behind us. We got bodies right there. Look at the volume. It broke through those highs. It broke through that high, and it closed up there on top of all of these bodies. You guys understand what I'm saying? It engulfed all of this structure, break of structure, right? And it closed strong. So that's a great candle. If I was looking to buy a pullback off of that, I would be waiting in here. And you see the market has not retraced back in here as of yet. So let's identify it. Let's establish it. There it is. We cut it in half. There's our point of control. It can't be a red box, it's got to be a green box because it's a big, strong, bullish candle. It's got to represent buyers. And then what I do is I go backwards to back test it. If I go backwards, look, it's captured the volume, impulse, impulse. Continue to go backwards, it captured that volume, impulse. Continue to go backwards. Sorry, I don't want to move the white line. And then it looks like a fake out right there and came back in. Okay, so let's stretch this into the future. What happens today if it breaks bearish? It could be coming right into there, and that could be where we look to maybe potentially look for a buy, okay? Or we look, will it continue to break? Like if it comes down black, 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 maybe it comes in there, maybe it bounces out of there. Then we look for buys, right? But if it comes down, it's very bearish and breaks through there, again, same analogy what I used on the red box above, it can turn green. If the sellers close it below there black, it's a red zone. Okay, because it's going to now resemble offers in the market. We have dip buyers buying it, coming in. Now they come into the red box, and then the sellers sell it back down to the daily point of interest. Just like that, guys. You know, but it's the hard work is establishing these zones because some traders can't decide whether do I do this candle, do I do that candle, do I do this one, do I do that one? Like that's the hard part. Once you understand structural candles, then it gets really easy. Okay, so now we see the hourly. It went down black at 2 p.m. It came back up blue at 3 p.m. 4 p.m. black. Here's where we had some indecision. Look, it's like a 50-50 candle where it was initially bullish, then it came back down bearish, and it closed virtually almost where it opened, still bearish. So we lean 60-40, 55-45, selling pressure. Now the next hour, 7 p.m., well, again, open bearish and pushing down, but it got a wick, it's coming back up. So I can wait for hourly volume or 5-minute volume to close above the yellow line, 47.20, and maybe look to scalp it back up to the purple line from 7.20 to 7.32, $12 move, that's 120 pips. If I want half of it, I get 60 pips. If we continue coming down, then I got to watch down here because there's a lot of, right here, hourly close, hourly open. There's a wick that retested, so it's still holding some support. But if you look at it as an overall picture, we're barcoding. Like if you're really a disciplined trader, you got to continue to wait this out. You got it black, blue, black. Are we going to get another blue leg up, or are we just going to continue breaking down? Okay. So now when I go to the 5 minutes, remember what I told you? You're going to see some lines on the chart. So let's go into the 5 minutes. Now you see if the 5-minute candles come down tonight down there, I can place an alert. If it comes down there, it's an alert. I got a big green zone down there I can be buying. There's the hourly green box. There's the hourly red box. If I'm scalping these 5-minute candles, like what I was saying, see the yellow line? Now the yellow line is holding daily resistance. So if I see a 5-minute candle come back up, retest this, I could look to buy to fill those bodies, maybe up to there. And that's for scalping. But I'm not going to get, again, from here to there, I'm not going to get 300 pip moves or 500 pip moves like swing traders. Measure your distance. Use the ruler. There it is. $12 move, 120 pips. If I just go up to those bodies, look, 67 pips, 6-7 again, right up to there, okay? So you've got to know exactly when it, like, make your chart like a map and know. So when it comes there, you're doing something. You're either taking your stop loss to break even or you're scaling some partials, whatever. If this is not your cup of tea, if you don't like scalping, then don't scalp, okay? Now, do you see 5-minute red box? What I can do is I can even like zoom into my chart. See the purple line? Right there. Do you see the body below the purple? Right here. Remember how I did it on the daily? Sergio, I know you're listening, brother. I know you're paying attention. Remember how I did it on the daily? There's the same exact setup, but on a 5 minutes. Do you understand what, guys, what I'm saying? All candlesticks structure have the same characteristics. If you can learn how to do this, you just got to decide, do you want to do it on the daily, on the 4-hour, on the hourly, on the 5 minutes, on the 1 minute, on the 1 second candles? It's up to you. There is 1 second candles. They're called ticks, believe it or not, okay? We don't have access to it. Institutions do. It's called tick trading. Okay, but you see, right there, there's a box. If I knew this knowledge, okay, but let's pretend I'm a new trader. Today's my first day trading, and I had no idea. Now I learned this. And I got inspired by some guy that smokes a lot of weed on YouTube. And he showed me, he said, when you find this, stretch it into the future. If you did that, look at now, it comes in there and it closed below. It came back in and got rejected, and then it starts a leg pushing down. That could be where you sell, right? Continue stretching into the future. This is where the daily opened up, 6 p.m. It was a big blue candle, and look it came again into that red zone, and they rejected it. Look at where it closed. Look how the next bar opened, right in there, bottom of it, lower high, point of interest. Remember what I tell you, zones have a point of interest. The bottom, top, and middle. It's the golden zone, right? Don't ask me why, just understand. That's like me too. When I learned this, I wasn't asking why. I just saw it was making me money and I just stuck to it, okay? I'm not going to get into the why. Ask a professional mathematician why. I'm not a math expert, okay? I can tell you what strain of weed is the best. I can tell you that. I'm an expert for cannabis, but for this, I'm not an expert for why. Just look. Did it come in a red box and go down? Yes. Did it come in a red box and go down? Yes. Okay, that's it. No other questions. Did it come in a red box and will go down? Possibly. And then the only other question is, did it close above a red box? Maybe. If it does, will that red box turn green and then go back up? That's it. And then also you just watch for fake outs at these zones, okay? Because the market likes to trap, right? Have you heard of a trap, right? It wants to trap us. Sometimes it will break out, big blue candle. We get excited. Holy shit, we're buying that impulse. All of a sudden it comes in there. It hasn't closed. And then it catches a massive wick right into the point of control of that big black bar right there. Comes right in there, finds offers. There's still 3 minutes. We're getting excited. We're buying this impulse. All of a sudden it gets a nasty rejection wick and then closes back below. Then the buyers say, oh shit, I got to buy this dip. I got to buy it back up. It comes right back in that red zone. Offers are populating in there, and then they're dumping it on you. And then you're scratching your head saying, what the hell just happened? Yeah, you got caught in an impulse fake out trap. What do you want me to tell you? That's how market makers operate, right? You got to learn the game, right? A lot of you guys want to be good traders, and I know you can, but you got to learn the game of trading. If we're playing Monopoly, if we're playing whatever, a board game, you got to learn the rules of the game. Otherwise, what the hell are we doing, right? Trading is a game. You got to learn the rules of the game. There's manipulation moves that happen. There's fake out moves. There's a way how they engineer liquidity. But the best, if someone says, Ron, what's the best recipe for all of that? Discipline. Wait for a body to close. That's it. That's it. Then you'll see. If you're waiting for it, yes, then someone's going to say, well, Ron, if I don't, I'm going to miss out on impulse. Okay, tell me your probabilities and your percentage by trading on impulse. I guarantee it's not going to be that good. Okay, I can talk to traders who are patient and disciplined, wait for confirmations and retests, and I can tell you they're a hell of a lot better traders than impulse traders. That's straight facts. Okay. There might be one person who's the anomaly and he's the person that can do it, trade on impulse all day and do good. But I guarantee you he's got impulse rules. If it breaks out for impulse of 50, 75 pips, he's not fooling around. He's probably pipping and dipping because he knows the implications of impulse trading, right? So look at now. Okay, so below here, look, this is a fake out where they came down and look how the big blue candle engulfed and came right back up. See the block right there? That's created right there. If you guys can't see this, please smoke some weed. Please. If it's legal in your country, okay? If weed is legal in your country, here, you see this, guys? See what I got right here? That's a joint. Smoke that thing right there, okay? It's not going to hurt you if we're all mature adults. And stretch this into the future. Look at that block. Did it come in there? Bounce out? Yes. Did it come in here and bounce out? Yes. Are we still in this block? Yes. Okay. There could be a Tetris piece playing out here where it's inside blue and coming back down black. Okay. So you can still see. Even if I was to cut this down, right? That's a big black candle. Watch now. Watch and learn, guys. Did it come into 50%? Yes. Did it come impulse? Yes. And push down. Did it do another impulse and push down? Yes. Did it retest the red line? Yes. Coming back down. Can we do the same for this black bar? Yes. Okay. Did it come into 50% and push down? Yes. Okay. So you see now there's context to the story. Now we're building like a second bottom at the lowest point of the day. But you can see the buyers can't even close above 50% of this black candle. So it's still, they're not strong. They're there, but they're not strong. Sellers are showing me the strength. Okay. So it's continue push down. Now what we got to watch for is if it breaks the lowest point of the day, what's going to happen? Is it going to grab liquidity like something like this? Or are we going to close down and we're going to be using the purple line to continue dropping? So one thing that I mark at is the low right there. Of this big blue candle, it was the 305. 305 near the end of the day. It came down and went back up. That started that big bullish leg coming back up, and we retraced down. See how it's still holding? Now, what time is it? 7:16. Okay, so let's add some indicators. Look at your spreads. 9 EMA, we're still below it. 200 EMA. Where's this 200? 200, look, it's all the way up here. We don't even have to look at the 200 EMA right now, okay? We're nowhere near it, okay? The 9 is very close. And then I add the SST daily buyer indicator. You can put this thing on any time frame, daily, to give you an idea of what the daily is doing, the hourly, 4 hour. We have it on set on the 15-minute. This 15-minute candle just opened up 2 minutes ago. So you see how it's still holding. If you like to buy this, you're still buying at structure, right? This is where you want to buy, somewhere down in here. But if we're waiting for confirmations, it's going to close in 2.5 minutes. Let's see if we get some blue volume closing above here, okay? And I'm going to look at my spreads. If you do take any trades, guys, use proper risk management. I'm using proper risk management. I don't see why you're not either. What do you guys think? Are we going to bounce bullish off of this? Or you think it's going to be another like lower high and then they're going to continue pushing it down and target this purple low? What do you guys think? Should we be patient here? Or do you think that they're building right here for a buy? Soar, you're already in a sell? Okay. No, yeah, you're in the money if you're already in a sell. Bullish, patience. I like that word, patience. Patience, Tyler, my man. See, I like that word, patience. There's nothing wrong with being patient. It will give us more context. Yes, we might miss out on a candle. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Welcome to the world of trading. But let's see if it builds, closes, maybe we'll pull back again. But this zone could be strengthening, getting stronger. Okay. Do we have a trend? Like I know some of you guys like trend lines. Okay. So if you kind of want to connect dots, I don't know, where do you guys put it? From here down to there, it's still in downtrend. You put it from here to there. Yeah, if you did that, it broke the trend. You connect it from here to there to there. I like to get more touches with a trend line. So if I put it right there and I connect it right there, and then I continue to pull it down, I can see that the breakout was added at the daily open, 6 p.m., right? So I got to kind of factor that in. It's different volume, right? When the daily, but then it came right back in and continue to trend down. So we are still in this descending triangle. You can still see we are still below this trend line. I'm not too much of a trend line trader, but I know some of you guys are, okay? So there's the trend line. Okay, I keep it red because it's illustrating the 5-minute analysis, okay? So you can see, like, and then someone say, well, the trend broke right there. Yes, I know, but it was right at 6 p.m. That's that when the daily candle opens. So it's known for breaking fake outs. Osama, what's going on? Please enable subtitles for the broadcast. How do I do that? How do I do that? I'm a trader. I'm not a streamer. How do I enable subtitles? Anyone know how? We'll look into it. We'll look into it. On the OBS? On OBS? I can't do it live? Okay. He's been spamming this for an hour? Okay, so then, Osama, listen, brother. You got to stop spamming. We heard you. We heard you loud and clear. We'll figure it out. We'll get a technician on it. Just roll the joint. Yeah, Osama, roll the joint, bro. Relax. You got to relax and chill with the rest of us. Where are you from? Are you from Afghanistan? You guys got some good Afghani kush out there. You got the real shit you can be smoking out there. Yes, Afghan kush is the best. There, see, we agree on something. Forex setting is on OBS. I'll look at it, okay? I just don't want to do something now and then shut the stream. Okay, guys, so we're still in this descending triangle. Yes, it's building up. If you're in a nice little buy, it's building, right? But, it's still, overall picture, it's still, in this cluster of volume. Maybe we continue to wait it out. We'll be patient. Maybe we'll see what happens going into 7:30. Don't forget, guys, 8 p.m. we have a futures market opening up. We're still inside here. So I'm just going to get rid of this red line, keep it more looking nice and visual. What do you guys think? You guys, we came down, back up. Okay, so this whole red box, there's top, double top, whatever. Use the red box as the big zone, okay? And then coming down, we're holding the green zone. It's got a higher low. We're holding the daily low, okay? So if we advance out, we got to see some buyers at least break this trend line, maybe close above the structure. Let's say we get up to the L line, pull back into here, then we could get that breakout bullish coming back into there, okay? But the sellers are still here. It's a lower high, lower high, lower high, and they could push this right back down, okay? I don't like trading this type of volume. I got to be honest. I know someone's going to say, Ron, can we buy, can we sell? I'm going to say, just wait. This is not good volume, If you're going to pip and dip, if you bought that candle and you got up to there, I would have stop loss there, break even, maybe clear it out 80%. How much pips could you have gotten out of that? Let's say maybe you bought when it was coming out there. It's 50, 60 pips. For some of you guys laugh. You say, 50, 60 pips is nothing. But I value pips. I value 20 pips, 30 pips. A couple of those trades, they add up. You can clearly get to your 100, 200. If you hit 4 of those trades a day at 50, 60 pips, you're on your way to 200 pips, no problem. But you got to have that mindset. It's a different mindset. Not a lot of traders have that mindset. They want to do this mindset. You buy, right? You're buying, let's say you bought right there, and you're looking for this. Some traders are looking for that, right? Well, look at the levels for you to get all the way up there. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a 400 pip buy from right there? You got to still break a trend line. You're having difficulty doing it with lower highs. You have to close above a daily point of interest. You still have to break this zone that it tried 2 times today to break and failed. Right at the opening of the daily, it failed, okay? And then you got to continue to build your way up against this huge bearish candle, and there's 5-minute resistance right up there as well. So you see, you got a lot. You need some work from the buyers. You need maybe a catalyst. You need some news to get you up there, because right now there's walls being built, even below this yellow line to these bodies. There's a red wall right there now. So you see they're building lower high offers right there, struggling still. So, I'm just showing you it's like how it's coming down. Big red at the hourly. There's the 200 EMA. We're continuing to push down. There's another red block. We're continuing to push down. There's another red block. The trend is still trending down, right? But yes, there's some blue volume. I understand that. Sorry, Milan. Ron, some YouTube, they actually do that stop loss 50 pips and a 400 pips TP, which is not realistic, but on charts it looks fancy. Yeah, if you guys want me to make my charts look fancy too, I can do it. Let's say I'm looking for a long above here. What did you say, 50 pip stop loss? Okay, well, let's measure 50 pips. Let's make it look real fancy, okay? 50 pip stop loss right there. Okay, exactly where I put it. 50 pips. How much reward you said? 400. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to get that. But holy shit, I got to go how much reward? 400? Okay, there's 400 reward. So look how fancy that looks. Hey guys, I'm an R&R trader. look at this. We're going to get a 1 to 8 on our money. All we got to do is just wait for blue volume to break here. We're going to go in a buy. We're going to hope that there's absolutely no 50 pip candle that's going to come down and stop us out. We're just going to buy right there, and it's going to do this for us. Thanks for joining, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Join Stock Sniper Trading. We're going to show you guys how to get unrealistic 1 to 8 reward. And this is like, come on, like, are you serious? Like, I can cherry pick all day. I can go back and say, yeah, we could have done this, we could have done that. But tell those people, do it live. Show 50 pips. You guys see me. I'm trading just the candle. Sometimes when I'm just below the wick of a candle, I'm at 100 pips, you know? And I'm just below one candle, and I'm still trying to nail sniper entries at ignited bars, okay? So I don't sugarcoat shit. I tell you for real. Like, just measure. If you're trading in this zone with a 50 pip stop loss, okay? Just this spin top candle, okay? Let's say you bought the breakout when it was breaking out and you placed a 50 pip stop loss. There's 50 pip stop loss. Look, this candle, next candle is taking you out. Big deal. I can put a 400 pip big blue box and pray to God that it's going to go up there. But this next candle just stopped you out. Okay. So you got to understand, like, 50 pips, you have to be a really elite, I'm not even going to say like a swing trader. You got to be an elite scalper to nail a candle with basically 0 to 50 pips of drawdown and go right into profit. And they're not taking profit at 50 pips or 100. You said they're looking for a 400 pip reward. Good fucking luck. That's not easy to achieve. Okay. That's what I mean. Look at this webinar, guys. Sorry, guys, I want to show you this. Mindset Psychology webinar. We don't do these things just to play games. What was this webinar right here? Setting realistic expectations. 43 minutes of talking about realistic expectations. You can come in here, watch this entire webinar, and to set realistic expectations. Aligning your goals with market realities, not with market dreams. Okay, with realities in the market. You have to understand the market dynamics. You have to understand these things. You have to have SMART trading goals. SMART is an abbreviation for specific, clearly defined goals. Measurable, like what we use, our ruler, we measure candles. I showed you how big 400 pips is, but I show you how much zones and how much red boxes we got to break through to get up there. Are these achievable, relevant, and time-bound? How much time are you going to spend to get that 400 pip reward? Are you going to hold it for 4 days? Like we're doing a 2-hour session together, right? So do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, have realistic. That's why I pip and dip. That's why. I used to trade like that. Believe me, guys, when I started trading, I followed that. I paid $5,000 for institutional courses. They were saying you got to trade, like that's a 1-to-1. You got to at least minimum have a 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Okay. Look, it's not even 1 to 5. Holy shit. There's a 1 to 5. Okay. This is what I paid $5,000 course for. This is how you got to trade. A 1 to 5. Yeah, it looks fancy. It looks, they made it look fancy to me too. I paid $5,000 for that course. But what I found that if I did nail a trade, I was doing this. I was getting about a 1 to 3R, and I'm waiting for that lottery ticket up there, and then it would come up here and do something like this, and boom, stop me out. And then I'm like, what the hell just happened? Why didn't I get my 1 to 5, 1 to 10 reward? What happened? And that's what happened. Then after a while, I started to add up. Okay, I was in the money. I had 100 pips. I had 220 pips. That's a lot. Why didn't I do something? Then I started to do that, take partials, start bringing a trailing stop loss. And if it came down, I didn't give a shit. At least I made some money because I was just staring at trades go up and down and come back and hit my stop loss for years. And that's how I lost all my money and I wasted my time. Now I don't trade like that. Now I trade, I execute. I'm an executioner, okay? I execute. I don't play games anymore. I don't wish it goes here. I pray it goes here. I have these unrealistic, I'm risking 10 pips to make 1,000 pips. No, I trade structure. I trade from either one zone to the next zone. Here's zones. green to red zone, or from if I buy here, I'm taking it up to the yellow line and I do something. But even when I'm scalping now the 5 minutes, the 5-minute candles are making their own structure. Look at the resistance at these bodies right there. How can we deny that there's not resistance right here? There's a body there. This was the spin top and it closed right there, and the next body opened there. So for example, if you take a buy, let's say you buy this blue candle. If you're a scalper, your reward is the red line. I know it's only 23 pips. Someone's going to say, Ron, that's a joke. But scalpers scalp for 5 pips, 10 pips, 20 pips. That's what, if you get that wick fill, that's a 50 pip reward filling that wick. And if you don't do anything, they could reject it right back down and you're back down to break even or hitting your stop loss. Okay? So you've got to, I'm not putting scalping on anybody, but I'm showing you got to have realistic expectations. If I'm scalping one bar, my goal is to get it back up to the point of structure or point of interest of these bodies. If I get the push, I'm filling a wick. And you guys know it could be equal highs, tweezer top highs. If I get the wick fill, then my next target is right there. There's a wick, body, 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 right? And this is garbage volume right now, okay? So it's new 730 candle. We're still stuck in here. I haven't taken a trade. I know we're going to lose some subscribers, but I don't give a shit about that. Like, I'm not forcing a trade just for subscribers. I want to teach you proper trading. Big Fit Nation, brother, shout from Morocco. I love Morocco. I've been to Morocco. Beautiful country. Come try the hash over there. Brother, I will. I will. Shout out to Venezuela. Shout out to Venezuela. Shout out to all of you guys. Emmanuel, that's like buying a lottery ticket. Yeah, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but here in like where I am in Ontario, Canada, there's a Lotto Max. It's for $5 you can try and win $75 million. I'm gonna buy one ticket. When I go put gas in the car, I'm gonna buy a ticket. Okay, that's like getting a 1 to 10 R&R. Okay, so you see the buyers. Some of you guys said, well, Ron, I'm buying. But do you understand that there's now structure? Look, lower high, and then they're pushing it right back down. Okay, so Tyler, it looks like a big bearish pattern. Yeah, still see how it's in a descending triangle? Okay, you guys know your patterns, descending triangle. Is there a tool like a descending triangle? It's gotta be. Triangle pattern. Is that the one? I don't use too much of these patterns. I just look at them. You're already in a sell? Nice. Okay, so you're moving with the market. But this is what we got to watch. This is the daily low. Okay, what will happen? Are they going to break it? It's still holding wicks in here. So we got a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick. Another wick holding in here. This is what's called the apex of the triangle. This area right here. If you've never heard that, that's the apex of the triangle. That's normally where the volume descends all the way down to, and it gets in this little apex, and then that's where we either have a bullish breakout or it just dumps and continues dropping. Okay, that's called an apex. It's this point. See where the triangle meets, like the resistance, or sorry, the supporting level right here, right there. That's kind of the apex. So if the volume gets kind of coiled up down here, I'll try and do it with arrows. Like if it comes down, back down, goes in like this, comes back up. See how it's kind of getting down there? Then we could have a dump coming down, or it could kind of just be like a bullish break out of there. So it's when it comes like near the bottom of the triangle. That's where the volume is coiling up, and it could explode out, or it could just continue. High probability trading is it will continue dumping, right? But there's times where patterns don't work. We recognize them, and then sometimes they go the other way, okay? But if we're trading with probabilities, this move, this arrow going down has a higher probability of this happening going up, okay? The only thing that can strengthen a probability of going up is what happens at this daily low, right? Are they grabbing liquidity and then reversing it back up? Yeah, descending triangle. Tyler, beautiful. Yeah, there's the chart. What time zone are we on? We're on Eastern time zone. Right now it's 7:36 Eastern time, my time. Okay, but you see, okay, so sellers brought it down, but again, we're in the green zone and they brought it right back up. So we're building. It is building. Look, it's a higher low, higher low, higher low, still protecting the lowest point of the day. That's showing some sort of strength. Okay, so we can't just say that the buyers are done. They're still here. Can we get a closing bar? This is an impulse. If you buy this candle, it can do exactly what this candle did. Impulsively come up and then go back down. But now there's a little context to the story. So you know when you trade impulse, also know there's context. Look at the candle behind. So this was a black, black, black candle that came in, tagged this green zone, and pick up those pending orders and closed as a bullish pin bar. When it opened up, you see, it came right back down to this 5-minute point of interest where these bodies are. So it's holding and coming right back up. So this candle could impulsively break out and fill that wick. Why? Because it picked up this many pending orders down there, right? But that's, again, trading on impulse. If we want to wait for the bar to close, you got to wait 2 minutes and 47 seconds, okay? And then when I look at everything, we're still below this descending trend line, okay? So when I'm looking at higher time frames, I see, yes, buyers are stepping in, but I'd love to see a big blue candle just break through there. Even if we see a big blue candle breakout, then maybe it comes back. We could buy the pullback, and then maybe we get in the money. But just to buy on impulse, you know, we got to see some type of closure. So I'm not negating that. Remember, it's just selling because there's buyers here. There's a lot of wicks in the green box. Wick, 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 wick. They're all higher low wicks. So showing some sort of support at the depth of market below us at the low of the day. So technically, the low of the day is still being protected. Okay, but you see how that blue, 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 blue came right into the 5-minute point of interest. That's resistance. And you see how they push it right back down? Okay, that's what I mean. If you're just buying a candle, you got to know you're trading into resistance. That's why scalpers are very disciplined with what they do at these areas. Okay, I know this is not a lot of pips for everybody. Okay, and I understand that. Like this candle is only 30 pips. But that's a blue buy for a scalper. They buy that advancement coming out of there. They buy and they get their 30 pips and they dip out of the market. Or they take their stop loss and they're at a break even, watching to see if the body will continue to fill and break out of there. But if it comes down, they get stopped at break even, because what they do is they protect it from turning into a black bar and then filling that wick and going for their stop loss. Okay, I'm a scalper and I have a lot of break even trades. I will be the first one to announce this in front of the world. I have a lot of BEs and I'm proud of that. Okay, some of you guys will say, oh, he's a shitty trader, he's got BEs. No, having BEs is actually, I'm protecting my capital. Because if I don't have a BE, what's the next thing that's going to happen? My stop loss is going to get hit. So what's better, to have break evens or to lose your money? You tell me. If you're a scalper, having break evens is okay, right? No win, no loss. Just look for another scalp. Mind your commissions or mind your spreads as well when you're trading. That's why I like scalping US 30, because it's got no commissions. When I'm scalping gold, I have to pay $4.50 per standard lot. So even if I have a break even, I still lose some money on the cost of trading. So some traders have 5 pips above their stop loss. In case it comes down, they cover their cost of trading. They cover their commissions. Just weak people don't protect their money. Whatever you want to call it, the number one rule in trading is you protect your capital. Because if you don't have any capital, you can't trade anymore. Then you're going to be scratching your head wondering what happened. I don't trade with a prop firm, okay? I trade my real money. So I have to protect it. That's my real money in the markets. It's not play money. It's not prop firms. It's not this or that. It's not, it's real capital, okay? Those are like paychecks going into the markets. If you guys put your paychecks going into the market, you better protect that, okay? It's not free money. You're working hard for that. Believe me, when you lose your real money, you said it hits different than a prop firm. Prop firms are fun. You can buy them They have 90% discounts. They're $50. You can try a $50,000 account. But at the end of the day, when you blow it up or you lose it, you lose $50. Put in $500 or $5,000 of your real money in the market. And when you lose that, oh man, does it ever hurt. So you have to protect that. That's where you're going to learn to really protect your money. That's why it's hard to get through to prop firm traders, because they don't understand the principle of protecting capital, because it's not the same. But you have to change your mindset and treat it the same. Just because you're a prop firm trader, you still got to protect your prop firm capital. If it's got a daily drawdown of, I don't use them too much, but let's say 1%, you cannot go risk more than 1%. You have to respect that as if it's your real money. You got to understand, you have to have some rules in trading. Whether you trade a demo account, a prop firm, a real money, or you're trading your neighbor's money, whatever it is, you have to have rules. Okay, are we seeing something? We got now a bullish candle, okay? So remember, it came down black. Sorry, I was talking, but it refueled itself and continued to come up and did not close above there. It got rejected, but now this is the impulse candle breaking out. So what we've got is a trend line break, right? Is it filling this wick and going to continue for a new high? That's good. Can we see some blue volume maybe close above the trend line and above this resistance? Then we can maybe make some support, okay? We're going into about 18 more minutes into futures market. So even if we see a move, that's fine. Then we can trade maybe after the futures market opens up, okay? This is where maybe they could come up here and it could be a trap for buyers. Buyers could be buying and then they just slam it right back down. And in the futures, like Tyler's diagram, is a dump coming down, right? This is where they could be engineering some orders up here. Next big zone is like right here on the 5 minutes. But the ultimate is the yellow line. That's the daily point of interest. How many of you guys have watched our YouTube tutorials? Because the third one's not getting a lot of views. It's only got 400 views. I'm telling you, they're really good. Like each one of those tutorials should at minimum get 1,000 views. They're about 15, 16 minutes, and the retention is I can only get you guys for 3 minutes. I'm going to try and do these in 3 minutes, but like people can't. I'm sorry. Even me too. When I'm watching a YouTube video, but 15 minutes, guys. I'm telling you, it's knowledge. Okay, it's not just me just talking and yapping. It's really good. But when I look at the analytics, I can only get you guys for 3 minutes. So you guys are missing out. Like if you only invest 3 minutes in that tutorial, you're missing out on some critical stuff. Try, please, to keep 20 minutes to watch it. When you're on the toilet, watch it. when you're on the toilet, just watch it. Put it on while you're sitting on the toilet. Because it's going to be a big playlist, okay? There's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be maybe 50, 100 of those tutorials, all in order of what you need to learn. My face looks like Salam Khan. Who is Salam Khan? Okay, are you dissing me or is this a compliment? I have no idea. Look at that rejection. Look at where they closed it. Okay, look, guys. Okay, so it came back up there, blue, 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 blue. They rejected it back down, and look at where it closed, at that red line. Okay, so now it's building back up again. So it's got a big wick to continue to fill. Those look like almost equal highs, like tweezer top high wicks. Look at it, they are identical. That wick and that wick. Now big blue volume is coming in, could potentially continue. So we're seeing some bullish volume, right? But that's good. Maybe we'll see a structural candle. Maybe, and then we can identify it. We can cut it in half, maybe wait for a possible pullback. Okay, what I'm seeing is so far the lowest point of the day is holding bullish. Okay, let me just clean up these red lines. Okay, because I know there's a lot, but I was explaining a few things. So I really want to just open it up so you can really see what's going on. But we're still like technically just inside here where it's going down, it's coming up back up, it's going down, going up, it came down, it went back up, it came down, it's going back up, but it could build and break out or it could come back down, right? Sherry, you think men sit on the toilet longer than women? Yes, I agree. I agree. Men, we do spend a lot of time on the toilet, but it's kind of like your area where you do your deep thinking. it's our happy place. Yes, Borek said it, not me. It's our happy place. It's where you hide to get away from the wife and kids screaming and yelling. It's the safe place. Okay, and we're seeing something. So if you were selling, because I saw some of you guys were saying, Ron, I'm in sells, but you got to like right now looking at it, you got to learn too, right? It was coming down, but you see how they're protecting the purple line, the lowest point of the day, and in this green zone, there's a wick and a wick and a wick and a wick and a wick. Sellers tried to break through there, but you see no black candle closed below. So those are rejections. Those are big wicks of buyers tapping their pending orders and getting filled and bringing it right back up, okay? So what I'm going to watch for going into the futures is I want to watch this yellow line because it's more of a daily point of interest. And if I was to draw like a zone right below it, I can see those bodies right there. And then I stretch it, wick, a wick, and we could be blue coming into this again, and then they could push it down. If we close above this, then maybe if we have a nice structural candle, we're going to cut it in half and we'll wait patiently for a pullback. Okay, so far now we're breaking out of the trend, right? We can see, what else we got? Okay, this is our scanner. What I'm looking at, gold, this is like RSI. So I see the 5 minutes around 52 RSI, right at that midpoint, you know, because it oscillates between 0 and 100. 30 is oversold, 70 is overbought. We're right in the middle. The 15-minute is at 43. The 30 minutes at 40. Hourly is at 43. 4 hours at 53. And the daily is at 48. So we're in this range where it's kind of consolidating. US 30 on the 4 hour is overbought. It's at 73, but you know, it could continue moving up. But if you're looking for some short positions, like swing positions, see what's going on the higher time frames on Dow. But just know if you're selling in there too, it's area of strength. They could continue pumping. Okay, so this is kind of what I use to target if something is, if I don't know what I'm going to trade today, if I'm deciding between gold, NASDAQ, US 30, or oil, maybe I see oil is really oversold or really overbought. Then that doesn't mean I just go buy and sell. I do my top-down analysis. I look for my levels, but can, you know, help me scan through the market and look what security is at a level to look for some nice trades, right? And you can change this, guys. If you got the scanner, you can change the securities. You can put whatever securities you want on it. This is what I'm saying, guys. If you join that stock and options boot camp, okay, it's a 6-day boot camp. You're going to learn about stock and options. That's knowledge that will help you for the rest of your life, okay? Just that alone is worth a lot, okay? You're going to get a 3-month premium plan with us at SST. You get 3 months of unlimited live sessions with myself and Dave in the Zoom, in the Discord. Let's see what's going on Discord with all of the snipers in here. So this is our commodities channel. You get to be in here with the team, and all of the education on our website, tons of education. Like if I can't even get you guys to watch a 3-minute YouTube video, there's 3 million hours on our website of content. I doubt you're going to watch all that. And the trade ideas and trade signals. Also, all of these indicators. Some of you guys always ask, Ron, where did you get this SST daily bar? That is included. The scanner is included. All of those indicators. And a one-on-one session with myself. All for $250. Like, we're basically giving everything away for free. The only thing I'm concerned about is the one-on-one time. I don't know how I'm going to tell my wife and kids that I'm going to be spending half of my time with you guys. But they understand. This is what I really want to do for the rest of my life, is help, teach, and educate and help. I've been through struggles, and I can talk to you about that, right? I've had some stories with a lot of snipers. I've been through that. I contemplated quitting trading too back in the day, but thankfully I didn't. I learned how to trade. I can talk to you about the highs and lows of trading. I can talk to you about being disciplined. I can talk to you about all those things. And we get to know you guys, and we're really here to help you guys. We're not just one of those pop-up shops that just come in and we're gone. We've been here for 6 years straight on YouTube. Okay, almost. Look, 6 years of hard work to get to the 100,000. 6, 7. Thank you guys. We're at 6, 7. Okay, now we got to get serious. Now it's moving bullish, so we're building the last 30 minutes going into the futures market. Okay, so it's building bullish. Okay. So to the sellers, I'm not doing this to be rude or anything. Are you still in your sells? Because you're in drawdown right now. Okay. You just got to be careful when the futures market opens up, because it can be very volatile. Like, you can see some big moves, right? If you're buying, great. What are your rules going into futures if you're in a buy? Are you trading with an open stop loss? That's fine if you are too. Just manage it. Just use the proper risk management. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that you have to be at a break even or take partials. All I'm saying is just manage your stop loss. That's okay. And then whatever we're doing is, let's see if we get closing volume. Okay. Now we got to see like something. We came up here and then it pushed back down. We came in here again, and then they pushed it back down. We're coming in again with strong support, and we're about 6, 7 minutes. Sorry for saying this so much tonight, but it's 6, 7 minutes for real. It's 7:53 here. So we're about 6 minutes away from the futures market open. And we're approaching a yellow line. Okay, so this yellow line is a daily point of interest. Let's recap where I got this daily line from, so we understand what this daily line represents. This is the daily candles, okay? So when I zoom in, see the yellow line? This 4720 is where we closed yesterday. Remember, it was a huge bullish day yesterday. Came all the way up, got rejected, we closed. We're right back to the opening balance. So everything that just happened for about 2 hours, it's grabbed some liquidity, and we're right back to the opening balance. So it could easily flip back up blue and try and take out the high and move up. But we're at the opening balance where sellers could be there and continue to offer and push it down. Okay. So whether you're in buys or sells, I'm just going to tell you, we're at a critical location. Okay. Do you guys understand the significance of this yellow line? We're right back to the daily opening balance. Okay. And you see how it came again into the red box, and it's rejected again, coming down, just like this, just like that. Now we got to see how it will close. This is a shooting star candle. So it's got the momentum now to push down. Next bar could open black and continue coming down. It could be an inside bar and open blue and come back up. Okay. And what I would be looking now is this blue candle. Did it in fact close above this resistance? Almost. Okay. So even that's a good bar to cut in half. I would not say it's a structural bar, but I would cut it in half. And you see now how the selling pressure came in there, grabbed all those offers, closed below 50% and started to push down again. Now we're going to start to get a little volatility. Okay. And to the buyers, that's why sometimes to the buyers, if it comes in a zone, if it's not bad, it's not a bad idea to take some profit. It's not a bad idea to take some partials, okay? Because that's zone to zone trading, green zone to red zone, right? Now we could be coming back down all the way down back to the green zone. See how the markets open up? And that's why discipline goes a long way, right? Discipline is very important in trading. It's one of the hardest skills to learn. You can learn a candlestick, okay? Everyone on this call is going to learn a candlestick, no problem. I'll help teach candlesticks, but I can't teach you discipline. I'm sorry. That has to be learned, right? You got to learn that on your own. Borix, 4720 would need to break to continue. You got 4734 after that. Yep, that's, yeah, right there. At my purple line, Borix, just above there, we get, yeah, right up to there, to those bodies. 4734. Perfect. Okay, but right now we still have sellers, right? So you still see how they're holding the, if you look at the daily candle again, okay, that's why it's good to see like what's going on higher time frames. See where how we came up, and we were right at that daily open, and then those sellers that are there, they're now offering again, pushing it down, right? So this could come all the way back down to the purple line and start dropping, okay? That's why sometimes, guys, I know everyone just wants to come on someone's live channel and buy and sell and buy and sell. But before I even came on YouTube, I was just doing what I'm doing here. Sometimes I would just watch how candles open, how they move, what they do, are they respecting the zones, and I learned so much. You don't have to just hit buys and sells like crazy. You can actually watch. Sometimes just having a session of just watching and not even trading, so you're not emotionally involved and panicking, because then you're going to forget what's going on because you're looking at your profit and loss and you're over leveraging and then you're freaking out and you're not learning. Sometimes just sit back and relax. Say, I'm going to take one day off the markets this week from trading and just watch. I'm going to do a top-down analysis. I'm going to see, are my zones being respected? Would I have done this? Could I have done that? You know, this is where you do the woulda, shoulda, couldas. You don't do the woulda, shoulda, couldas when you're in a trade, because that's where you got to execute. You got to be disciplined. This is the time now to practice your woulda, shoulda, couldas. That's what I say sometimes. If I bought this, would I have scaled out there? Would I have done something? That's the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Because you kind of don't want to do that when you're actually taking the trade, and then you're going to second guess yourself. Okay. Now we're getting ready. 90 seconds and we're moving into the futures. And we're still kind of inside here. So we're still bouncing from this red zone to the green zone. Some traders say, Ron, this is horrible volume. I agree with you. This entire zone is a shit show of volume. It's all chop, okay? And we're still inside here. So for the futures, at some point tonight, we're either going to break out, maybe retest this, and go to, like Borg said, 4734 up there, break the daily high, and we watch what happens up there. But we also have to respect that red box up there. It could go down bearish. We break the green zone. They've tried multiple attempts. It could come back down there. Let's say we break that low, new low, come back in. That would be a red box. And then gold is selling down below 4,700. Okay? But right now, we're stuck inside here. Both parties are accumulating. Sellers are accumulating. Buyers are accumulating. Sellers are accumulating. Buyers are accumulating. Sellers stepped in, but buyers are still, look at higher lows, building it back up. Okay? And you can trade right into the futures. Again, it's going to be an impulse move, right? Or you can wait for the 5-minute body to close. Okay, so here we go. How did it open? Look at it. This is where, guys, I look. Bearish ignited candle. Bearish ignited. Remember, this is going to be one of our tutorials coming up when I talk about, look, it's bearish ignited. So look at it. Big selling pressure. Let's follow this volume. Is it coming filling? How many of these wicks is it filling? Is it going to come right back up? Okay, so look, it's bearish ignited. Sellers right off the hop. Soon as 8 p.m. open, big selling pressure. Now, is it going to travel into our green zone, or is it going to pick up a higher low? Again, we're still in this shit zone, okay? So nothing is really happening. We're just getting volatility now. I'm just going to put it on just some news to see if we get any news at futures market. Oh, okay, we got some news. NATO. Okay, guys, NATO. Donald Trump is threatening to leave NATO. This is big global news. This is the NATO spokesperson, Rutt. Maybe I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. Rutt. Rutt emphasized the importance of allies continuing to step up to deliver a stronger, fair alliance. NATO spokesperson on Rutt Trump talks. Okay, so Rutt underscored the importance of allies continuing to step up and deliver a stronger, same shit he's saying. Rutt met Trump at the White House where they had a frank discussion about a range of issues related to our shared security. Okay, so that's global news, right? I don't know if Trump is threatening NATO and going to chicken out, or if he's being for real. But if you guys don't know what NATO is, North Alliance Treaty Organization. Okay, so look, bearish ignited candle coming down. This is for the buyers too. This is like education. So if you were in a buys, you see you came right into where the sellers are. You could have closed, took some partials, went to a break even, because if you don't, look at what happened. Read the room. It came right in the red zone, pushed down, and now it's coming down. Now we're targeting the lowest point of the day, the purple line. Let's see, are we going to break it with this candle? This is a structural candle. Like if it closes below this blue body here, we're definitely figuring out the point of control of this candle. I'm telling you guys straight up, heads up. So if we close below here, this is a structural bar that's engulfing all this blue candle, this. It's basically swallowing all of this blue volume. If it closes below there, that's definitely a candle we're going to cut in half and figure out a red box. Because if it comes back up, sellers might be there selling it again. So North Atlantic Treaty Organization, my apologies. And we have now less than 2 minutes to go, okay? Sometimes you can look at the hourly bars, for more context. Like look at the hourly bars. Remember, they're still coming down, right? It came down back. The last hour, it closed as a pin bar, and look how it open ignited. So this hourly candle is very interesting, guys. I'm going to be off the call at 8:30, but this hourly bar is going to close at 9 p.m. If it closes below all this structure, we could definitely start selling back down this later this evening. Your hourly zone, what we did was we cut this hourly candle here. Tuesday at 3 p.m., we cut it in half, 46.80. That would be the point of control. If it comes down black, and then you see the 200 EMA could be cruising up into it, that's where you could look for a potential buy tonight. If you're in sells, if it comes down there, you got to do something at that green zone, okay? So it looks, everything is leading bearish, right? Let's see where this 5-minute candle is going to close. Holy shit, it's heavy. This is a heavy candle, okay? Now it just broke the lowest point of the day. Will it come right back up? Short now? No. Why would you want to short right at the lowest point, right when the candle is going to close in 30 seconds? No, wait, okay? Just watch and follow. We're seeing where it's going to close. If it closes below there, then we're going to cut it in half, find a point of control, and maybe you can sell it at a premium area, the point of control. Don't sell the lowest point when it's about to close. Because what if it comes up and then there's a blue ignited candle coming right back up? You're in drawdown. Don't be silly, guys. Be smart, okay? Okay, so I'm going to assume it's going to close below there. I'm already getting my Fibonacci. Just waiting for the closing volume. Okay, there it is, closed. See right away, I'm looking at the 50% right there. I'm going to find my point of control. And I'm going to wait patiently to see if it comes back up blue into this red box. Now I found the point of control of the first 5-minute candle of the futures market, okay? So what I'm saying is, I'm going to wait for it to come up blue, back to the trend line, into the point of control, then maybe sell there. Maybe, I'm saying maybe, because what if it comes up with big blue volume, closes above, this turns, and then it's back up like that, okay? But you see how it's opening again, ignited bearish. So it's still pushing down, feeling the wick and coming down, okay? I haven't made this green zone red because we still have not closed at below it. We closed right at the lowest point of the day, okay? Now, this is what started the big leg right here. When it came down right there at 305, that started the big leg. So you see we're coming right back down. So this green zone, what I'm doing is just going to bring it down to there, to there. And sorry guys, I'm just cleanup time. There's a lot of red lines on my chart. Time for cleanup. And to the trader where I said don't take the sell at the lowest point of the candle, and now it's coming down, he's going to say, oh Ron, why did you tell me to do that? You shouldn't have told me to do that. Okay, but this is the futures market. It's added volume. If you were just to sell any low of a candle any time of the day, sometimes they come out blue, 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 you'd be in drawdown right away. So, but when you told me, do I sell with the last 30 seconds? Timing. You don't go at the right by the close of the candle and at the lowest point. Okay, just understand there's rules. Okay, and sometimes you're gonna say, "Oh, Ron, I missed out on a trade." That's okay, but if you trade like that, probabilities are you're not going to be successful. I just want to tell you the truth. Okay, now look if we break this. If we break this, look, see how I have a gray chart all the way down to the hourly point of control. What's below this? What's below this? Let's just look back. There, see, I can bring this red line all the way backwards now. Okay, so you see there where it came up and got rejected, and it came up again and got rejected. Let's just identify that point in the market, 4694. Okay, so that could be, if it continues to come down, will we find a wick there? Okay, see how it's still coming down. Okay, so Tyler, your descending triangle is showing this where it's coming down, continue coming down. There was a little fake out there right when the futures market was leading into it. You see the bears selling it down. Okay, so 2 more minutes to go. I'm waiting for this bar to close. Remember, I'm setting a signal to properly, patiently wait inside the point of control in there. When it comes in there, I don't know. Will it come on the next candle? Will it come 30 minutes from now? Will it come tomorrow morning? I don't know, okay? But doesn't hurt to place a signal and wait. So remember how this hourly candle opened, ignited right off the hop, and you see it's coming with hourly higher time frame volume, okay? And tonight, guys, if I don't take a trade, sometimes that's the way it is. Maybe you learned something. We had a good talk. We were talking about the zones, consolidation, wicks, ignited bars, structure, descending triangle. You're going to take something from it. Good job, Tyler. Sold from 47.13 all the way to 4,700. Excellent. Nice, bro. Good payday. And tomorrow, guys, is Thursday night. It's going to be our last Tokyo session for this. We've done them, I believe, now 2 weeks now. We're going to move into New York next week. And then after that is the boot camp. Okay, guys? So next week is going to be kind of our final week in the markets. Monday will be a New York early session. And then we will be doing post-New Yorks after Dave all next week. And then the following week, no more Tokyos we'll be doing, but it's just, I like to do a couple weeks of Tokyo, couple weeks of New York, couple weeks of Tokyo, couple weeks of New York. I like spreading around the markets, finding traders around the world. And in the week of 420, April 20th, we're starting the 6-day boot camp. Okay, so you guys still see it's still bearish, So if you want to sell, I know some traders are itching to sell right now, but just think, if we have a blue, you could be selling up here, you could be selling up here. You'll sell at a premium area, right? That's where you want to be as a seller. You want to sell at a premium. As a buyer, you want to buy at a discounted level, right? Like right now, if you're considering a buy, it's coming down to a discounted area, right? London sessions are boring. I used to do those not just on YouTube, but I used to trade London when I was younger. I used to do that session. Yeah, it was boring. I agree with you. But that was the session I could focus, I could put some time into. It's not easy waking up at 2 a.m. every single day, staying focused when you're tired. I value my sleep now. When am I ending the stream? Around 8:30, we'll wrap it up. Yeah, see, unhearted. You feel me? It's 2 a.m. for you right now, but I'd rather trade in Asian sessions in London still. It's not easy trading at 2 a.m. But sometimes that's the only session you can do. You gotta do what you gotta do. You still gotta follow your rules. Same shit when I was trading it. I was like as if this was London right now. This could have been this big black candles. Now is London market open at 3 a.m. Again, I'm marking them. I could be waiting for a pullback around 3:30, 4 a.m. to sell, right? It's the same thing. It's just different volume levels. I prefer New York. I prefer New York. New York is the go-to, right? New York is the greatest, the GOAT of all sessions, in my opinion. In my opinion, you get good volume. Like I'm speaking as a scalper. I like nice, quick moves. Can make your decision real easy when you get a nice 5 minute candle that's 50 to 100 pips. Makes trading real easy. Yeah, same thing. If you don't know what you're doing, you can encounter 50, 100 pips of drawdown. I understand, or stop losses, but that's why you got to polish up your entries, your things like that. Okay. Now we're getting a blue candle produced. Okay, at the same location, right over here, where it started that big uptrend. Is it going to be similar? Is this like a double bottom? Okay, we're going to see if it comes up. Now the purple line, remember, was support, support, support. It could be resistance. The premium level to be selling is up here around 47.10. It could continue to push down. That's why I marked this red line. Where did I get this red line from? If you look all the way back, you see when it came all the way up there? That was Tuesday, April 7th, just after London session. Look, it's 5 a.m. Eastern. It came in there, and that was resistance, and they pushed it right back down. So you see how the volume is above this red line? That's why I want to see if it's going to be support. I can see again right there, 10:30 Monday. It came in there, and then they pushed it right back down. You can see that this is the head and shoulder. Right there. All of this is left shoulder. There's the head, right shoulder, push down. Impulse, push down. Came in again, it held. That's why I want to see if this 4694, that could be the better supporting area to see if it comes down in there for buys. This red line right below. But you see how it's coming right back up with a nice bullish candle building? Okay, so we are now technically consolidating right here. So we'll see if buyers are here. Can bring it up, or a seller is going to continue to push it down. Okay, I'm watching lower highs. I got a higher low wick. I got some volume building. Sorry, I'm trying to find a consolidated box. There we go. Okay. And like, for example, if you're a buyer and you're scalping, if it kind of breaks here and comes right up to that point, you're up 50 pips, 60 pips, 70, but you still got to recognize that that point of control of that big bearish candle has not been transacted. Okay, so even if you're going to buy and it's coming, even if you bought this blue candle and it's breaking and you're up 100 pips, you have to somehow respect this, because it could literally come right in there, blue, 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 and go back down, right? If you hold, then you got to watch. Is there an impulse? Is it closing? Is it going to, then you're coming up to that, right? But you see, it's not even getting out of here. We're in this consolidated zone. It came up, pushed back down. Okay, so still building in here. Emmanuel, I love that. That's an old saying. New York is the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I love that. Check your spreads. Okay, I got a 0.5 spread. I like that. I like trading at 0.5. We're right around the psychological area, 4,700. You know, we're hovering around here. There's going to be a lot of buyers at 4,700, but they're buying against an uptrend. So let's see if it gets building. 4,700 psychological area, double bounce from this big bounce over here. If you're looking at the bigger picture, we're looking at this big bottom there. This whole big upper is the neckline. Coming back down, there's the double bottom being produced. So naturally, you know, we should see a move coming out of here. But you got to get up to the point of control, break above it, close, convert that green, come through this zone, break through that, retest this to get up to there. And then that's where the big drop could be, where Borex is sitting at 4,734. And then if we can break there, we could be advancing higher. But you can see all the levels. There's levels to this that it has to break above. Those are all sellers. And right now it still can't even break the purple line. Where it was support, now it's still acting as resistance. If the sellers keep this down, they could continue to drop this down black and continue selling down. Guys, we have 500 viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel really does help, guys. Thank you. Just for this, I get excited. More tutorials will be coming for you guys. I said they're 15 minutes or less. I'm going to say around 15, 20 minutes. they're averaging 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. But they'll be good webinars, I promise you. Good tutorials. You'll learn a lot. Barks 4708 is 50% of the orb. 4708. So right below here. Yep. At the bottom of the, see the zones, Barks? So we got the high, 4711, mid, 4710, and the low, 4708. See? And then they're lining up with Borex's 50% of the ORB. Okay, the opening range balance. So you can see now we have confluence. See, this point of control is agreeing with Borex's 50% orb. See what I mean? When you're trading like a community and a team, he is offering insight. Tyler's offering insight. Sherry's offering insight. We're using my analysis here. You know, we can use someone on YouTube. Adnan is offering, you know, insight. That's what I mean. Trading like a community, helping each other out. Let's see if we can all get on one bias, you know? But we got to trade with proper risk management. Because if we're trading with proper risk management and you're over leveraging, you're going to do damage to your account. When if we take a loss, we can manage it. Okay, look at the rejection. Now we're turning into a shooting star. 48 seconds. Okay, this could continue dumping down. Okay, but you still see it's kind of coiling up in here. Man, what are you guys thinking? Think we're going to continue pushing to the downside? So those were buyers. But you see how the purple line was support, the volume below, it's resistance. Okay, that's what I mean, a static line. Static line. The only thing that's variable is the volume moving up and down, and it's showing resistance now. We have not came into this point of control. 10 more seconds going to the close. It's 8:20. So you see it's building its body back up, closed blue, okay? So it could be an impulse, and then this could be the bigger neckline, okay? It could also do like a little bouncing here. Down, up, maybe come back down, build, and then break out. That would be the impulse breakout, like the double bottom, traditionally more volume, but then you're trading into the point of control. And then they could bring it right back down and then really start to dump it down, okay? So while it's still in here, it's still consolidating down. Look, black, blue, black. This might have to, if it comes down black, you know, look how short those wicks are. That's where it could continue to melt down. And then that's where maybe I have to engage in, maybe entertain an impulse sell, because those wicks are so short. You could pop those wicks and start dropping down to that red line, maybe melt down to there. But when I see it come down, it's got a higher low, higher low, higher low. So it's still technically building, still inside here. So yes, it could build, break, and be bullish. If you're looking for like a buy up to the red box, just like even on an impulse, if it fills, you're up 50 pips through the 60, maybe 70 up to there. Now it's a hammer candle. Lots of time on this now, 4 minutes. So if you're looking for an impulse, you got 4 minutes to build through here. That looks like that's a setup I like. If we go to the 1 minutes, we can actually follow the 1 minute close. Let's watch this guy close in 30 seconds. See how it came in there? It peaked its head above there and then got rejected back down. So that's why sometimes peaking at the 1 minutes can give you some context minute by minute and see. Look at the volume. It came in there, got rejected back down. It might close as a bullish spin top with indecision right up there. The next look at it come right back up to the close, okay? So this is the impulse. If you look at the 5 minute candle, this is the, wow, okay? That's why I say I like that scalp. Shit, I missed it. That's the 1 minute scalp I love. Tyler, I love that. With those short wicks and that pop right up to the zone. See? That's, as a 1 minute trader, that's exactly what you're looking for. I didn't execute. You see? Shit. See how it filled right in there. But can you pip and dip? Are you holding it? What are you doing? Now it came in there. It got rejected back down. I'm waiting for this 5 minute bar to close now. But that was to show you guys, I know I didn't take the trade, the woulda, shoulda, couldas, but that's the mindset you got to have as a scalper. Know how it's building. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We're right there. Remember when I said when this candle opened, there was still 4 minutes left on it. Remember that other gentleman said, Ron, should I sell when there's 30 seconds left? This time I said this one has 4 minutes to build and break through there. The time is on your side. The structure is there. That's when you got to pull the trigger on the buy. That's it. You need to mentally learn that. There's a time and place when to take impulse candles. Ask scalpers. They'll tell you all about impulse candles. How can we join the bootcamp, Adnan? Visit the website or send us an email. We'll give you the promo code. It's SSTSTOCKOPTIONS, and you'll get everything with that code. Val, before the call ends, can you please give me the settings on your daily candle? The settings? Just click on the settings? Yeah, absolutely. Just remind me. Okay, so you see we found a nice bottom. It's coming back up now we're transacting into that point of control now. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Maybe we entertain sells coming in here, right? But it's a big blue candle. Now we can see the kind of where the structure is now. Like even if I don't take a trade, I'm still identifying and placing alerts. There's the bottom coming back in. Let's say it comes back down. Maybe we have a healthy double bottom there. Then it's breaking out, right? But let's see what this candle will do. Maybe this candle will break out on its own. Maybe it gets rejected down. Full body candle building. Look at the 15-minute candle now transacting in that point of control. So this is the first time we've revisited this point of control right when the futures market opened with that big bearish candle. Notice how I'm not just taking a sell just because it came in there, okay? And don't trade blind. Still got to watch. This could be a blue bar close above, and then I make it green. So they grab some liquidity right below that lowest point of the day, and that's that. The bigger picture is the second bottom. Okay, so it did close, in fact, right inside it. Okay, and right at the 50%. So I can't do anything with the zone. It's still red. Did not close above. It closed inside it. It's still red. So technically, it could come down black. This is not a structural candle. It did not close above anything. It closed right at the midpoint of this. Okay, so even if you just want to look for a pullback to 50%, you can, but it's not a candle to base a zone off of. It did not close above all of this structure up here. Okay, so now it's consolidating in here. If it builds, it could continue to break out bullish and get up here. If it comes down, we're looking for a leg to come down. Sorry, I just want to open this up. Okay, so you see how it's still just now hanging around in that point of control. Okay, inside here. Look at the low and the high, and the body of volume is still building in here. So it could technically continue to break out. Notice it's a short wick. So if it just flips blue, it could fill that wick, and then it wants to technically come right back up to 4715, right to those points of interest of where the futures market opened at that right there. Okay, so see how the candle's flipping bullish? So it would be another impulse move to fill that wick and get up there. Or we wait to see if blue volume will technically close above there, maybe come back, we buy a pullback. If it gets rejected back down black, we could sell the leg down. Now it's getting back up there, okay? So I'm thinking the bigger zones are going to be this green zone below the daily purple line, and then the big red one up here at the daily line. This is just the point of control of the first 5 minutes of futures market open. I know there's a lot of lines in here. Just want to clean things up for you guys. Oh, I have an alert there. And we're going into 8:30 in 2.5 minutes. Okay, so sometimes take a look at your 30-minute candle. Look at the 30-minute candles. Now when we look at the 30-minute candles, they're horrible. Look, black at 6 p.m., came down, went back up, closed blue at 6:30. 7 p.m. came all the way down, back up, closed black. 7:30 we came up, blue. 8 p.m. look, black, blue, black, blue, black. 30 minutes are still just like they don't look good to trade, right? But the 5 minutes we're seeing something like out of scalping, but this could come right back down. Okay, let's see what 8:30 offers us. Okay, we have less than 2 minutes to go into the close. Are those equal highs? Yeah, equal highs too. So they've established like a wall there at the equal highs. So there's no new higher high. So if it comes back down, closes black, we're still below the red point of control, then the 8:30 could start a bearish leg coming down. Where am I interested in taking a trade? Maybe to continue selling if get the black bar closing below, maybe blue, and then maybe I continue to sell the leg down, but I have to be careful because now we're above like the 50% of this. It could continue build. If I go to sell, it could break out, fill, and then drive up to there. But I'm not going to be risking too much. My stop loss might be just above these bars, okay? But maybe I want to continue selling with the pressure, okay? Because when you look at the 30 minutes, you got black, blue, and black. And then if we can close below that point of control, maybe it comes in and then pushes back down. And then we're filling our wick and then it's going to melt tonight, bearish. Okay. So you see equal highs now. When we're looking at context at a zone, we have equal highs, tweezer top highs. So even when that candle opened blue, 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 it did not advance or just peek its head out for a new higher high. Okay. So that's a clue, right? Will it continue to hold? Well, we got to see, but that's important to recognize. Now we got 20 seconds to go. It's a bearish candle coming back down. Get ready. Okay, see now it came through that point of control. Sellers are still there. Okay, here's the close. Is it going to close right at the lowest point? Is there going to be a wick that brings it right back up? Is it going to be ignited opening? Okay, so it's blue. Watch for a quick rejection. Quick rejection. Okay, it's still blue, blue, blue. Will it come into 50% of it? Will it come back into the red zone? Still blue. If it hangs out, it could be black coming down. Get ready. Okay, so it's still blue. Still blue. It's coming a little higher. Got rejected. Okay, turn black. Okay, I'm going to go in a sell now. Okay, and I know I might be rushing the trade. I'm going to stick with this for like 5 minutes and I got to end the call. But look at where I'm placing my stop loss. Just going to be above those equal highs. That's my max risk. And I'm looking to fill those wicks and maybe drop back down to that red line. Okay, so you can see I'm entered in a sell. My stop loss is just above those wicks. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can get protected by the red point of control to continue to offer this blue volume down and continue to get that leg pushing down. So I'm in a sell. My stop loss is just above here, like 4713, 14 area. I will verbally let you guys know as soon as I get stopped out. And I'm looking to push down with this leg coming down through here. We're below the trend line, below the point of control, equal high wicks. So I want to see if the sellers can still be here to technically push this thing down. But I don't want to be part of the bullish breakout. So that's my maximum stop. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out. One moment, I'll tell you guys. Stopped out. Okay, that's it. So I'm out of it. So it looks like it's bullish. That's it. So if this closes above, that point of control is invalid, could turn green, and then gold could be driving back up to 47.20, and then Borex's bigger number 46.34 up there. So I tried early. You see, I got stopped out. That's it. My risk was just right there. Someone can have bigger risk all the way up there. That's not what I wanted. I got what I was looking for. Okay, let me just explain this. I had those equal highs, and then going into 8:30, it closed. It was blue, blue, blue. I waited for the first rejection. I got the rejection, and I entered in the sell. But see where my stop loss was? Just above those highs. That's it. And I got stopped out. That's it. That's what I was looking for on the trade, and that's it. Whether it continues to go down, maybe I didn't place my stop loss correctly, but that's where I placed it. I was looking for the red box to hold the control. It wasn't there. Okay, so this is now showing me it's a bullish candle. They advanced it out of there. Now this could continue to build and break and come up here. It could also close above and then make this green, and then it's coming up. Okay, so I can continue to watch this. Will it come down or not? But I think I rushed that trade right when I was going to end the call. But it happens. Okay, guys. But that's it for me tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow night. And yeah, it's just barcoding for now. But if it closes above, remember, this is the point of control when the future is, even if it comes back down. Like, just because I got stopped out doesn't mean it's not going to come back down. If it comes back down, it could break. Okay. But if it closes above, could be bullish. Okay. It's not the best volume to be trading, right? It's still inside this zone, okay, where it's still inside here. That's a tight stop loss, very tight. I told you I was just above those equal highs. And now, maybe I don't want to stick around to watch this. Okay, maybe I will. I just got to watch this candle close. Fuck me. Maybe you'll stick around and watch Ron throw his keyboard across the wall. Oh my God. Was my stop loss too tight? Okay. Man, if they keep this volume below there, it's still intact red zone and can push it, but it's still barcoding. Blue, black, blue. I'm happy with my decision just to get out. I'll stick around for this. And just be careful trading all day tomorrow, okay, with news, Donald Trump, with what's escalations going on with Iran and everything. Is there ceasefires? What is going on? Are they still bombing each other? Okay, so it did close above. So that point of control currently is a green zone right now. See, that candle broke for a high, closed above. So now it could be support to continue to drive up to revisit this daily point of interest, the 47.20. That's the opening price of today's daily candle. When you look at today's daily candle now you're going to see a little bit of volume. Like, it's still a tiny candle. The night is still young, But you see where it came down, came back up. I tried to sell that push down to continue to come down, but now it's, could go right back to the opening balance, but there's still selling pressure, right? It's still there. Maybe I just had a very, very tight stop loss. But it happens to scalpers, okay? But if you look at the bigger picture, you have the high, the low, the break of the low, come back up now. This is the blue leg coming up, but still, if this daily volume holds, it could continue to offer and push down, okay? But right now that volume is above that point of control now, so it flipped, right? That's why I got stopped out, because for this reason, if I closed above, if I had a higher stop loss, now it's building, could continue to come higher, okay? But I could trade off of this all tonight. If it comes back down, close below, I could continue to sell that. But guys, I got to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll get started, 6:30 again. Have a great night. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some better volume leading into the futures trading. Okay, guys, have a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for the likes, subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you guys. And join the team if you like. Join this free Telegram. The promo code is right there, SST Stock Options. That's what it is. Okay, guys. Oh, sorry. Who was asking? Sorry for the daily bar indicator settings. Right here, settings. Who was asking for it? My bad. Okay, so these are the settings. If you want to take a screenshot, I like on the minutes, we can go anywhere, 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour. I have it on the 15 minutes. Val, it's right here. Sorry. The settings. So I have them on blue and black for the bearish. Distance from the candles, like this is the distance. You can play around with this if you want the candle to be more on the right side, left side. I have it right here. Candle width, I use a 2, so that's the candle width. What else? You can have an attached Fibonacci from the wicks, from the lowest to the highest. Like for example, see this 15-minute candle? If I was wanting to know where the 618 is, okay, see how I clicked it? And do you see it right here? The 618. So that's telling me from the low to the high, if it retraces right there, 4708 is like the 61.8 of this 15-minute candle. And I can do it on any candle, right? I can do it on the daily, whatever you want. So that's in settings too. If you want to have that checked off, you can do any one of these. So that's the one I showed example. And that's what it is, Val. Okay. So if you want to screenshot that, guys, that's all it is. It's nice to see the higher time frame, especially if you're scalping like 1 minute or 5 minutes. It's nice to see also on the chart what the 15, 30-minute hourly is doing. Sometimes you can have it on the daily and then follow the daily. Why am I not in buys? Because I got stopped out and I'm going to go to the gym right now. That's it. I'll find another scalp later tonight. It's all good. But guys, we'll see you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.